short. Now, on board the vessel, you have what we call. Come back. Someone is trying to echo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's a smart one. So you have the benwas. So the benwas is being set, especially if you're on autopilot. So even though on a smart vessel, you have what we call, on every conventional vessels, you have what you call the safety management system. So safety management system encompasses procedures that will guide you on how to operate the vessel. So when you're going to autopilot, there are procedures that you have to also carry out. You don't go to autopilot and leave the vessel unmanned. Unfortunately, March 2020, one of the vessels I was managing had a collision incident. A security vessel was on autopilot in mobile field, and my own vessel was getting set to sail to Hera Field from Yo. And this security vessel, the captain was supposed to be on duty, went down to ease himself. The AB was on the bridge, had no idea on how to alter course. While patrolling, went headlong on our own vessel and led to a collision. The saving grace was that the impact was to a tank. So they had to carry out immediate stability and ballasting to keep stability of the vessel, and we had to bring back the vessel to port. The vessel had to be dry docked. So what he actually said is true. Something I've witnessed. An incident in marine operations is not something anybody would want to experience. So the bridge navigational watch system has to be set. You can set it to 2 minutes, 3 minutes to always make you be at alert. So back to the question, dangers of smart ship. There are advantages and disadvantages, but the advantages are more than the disadvantage. Even the COVID vaccine has its own disadvantage also. But we all have to take it. I've taken mine because the advantage is more than the disadvantage. And for the ship owner, for you to have a smart ship, you have less cost, you have more revenue. Also for the shipper of the goods himself, you have more turnaround time, so it's easier. And also for the operator, you don't really have the kind of stress that you have had if you're using a traditional vessel. Hope I'm able to answer that, sir. Okay, second, the last question, is marine surveying a possible opportunity for emerging seafarers? Yes, it is. But to be qualified as a surveyor, you need a certain level of sea time. You need a certain level of sea time. You need, if you're going to survey, then you need to be able to understand what you are surveying. So your goal, your objective should be getting experience for cadetship as much as possible. Yes, in Nigeria, we don't have more conventional vessels. If you go to Port Harcourt or Lagos, vessels that are Nigerian owned, a lot of them are less than 500 gross tonnage. And because of that, STCW will not identify you as a cadet on board a vessel less than 500 gross tonnage. So the supply of tonnage for cadetship program is lower than the demand. So you have to, as much as possible, be top-notch in your career. Sell yourself out, market yourself. Go to a company and let them understand that you can be a solution to an existing problem, even as a cadet. While I was a cadet, I was keeping captain's watch. I was able to take the vessel alongside the installation on DP as a transporter. But that does not just come by a connection, no. It came as a result of me reading as much as I should. My schedule in academy was just the class, the parade ground, fellowship, to read. Free gangway, I don't even want to know. I have to read. Why? Because you have a short while to prepare yourself. And once you leave the academy, you'll be distracted with several life issues. So you have to prepare yourself. And don't go and deceive yourself. Don't go and snap pictures on social media and tell people that you've arrived. People that are supposed to help you will think that you are even more than them. So humble yourself and be specific about what you would need to achieve in life. So get your cadetship experience, then go for your OW, minimum of second engineer or chief officer, then you can start doing courses on marine survey. And also freelance engagement. Don't always look out for the money. Gain the experience. Don't always look out for the money. Gain the experience. A wrong orientation you normally have in academy is that once you leave, you go to earn a lot of money. No, you need experience. So once you have the experience, you will be sought after. You will be a scarce commodity. The company I'm working with now, I did not apply to go to the company. They requested if I can support, and that's how I got the job offer. So gain experience and let yourself be a reference point. So marine survey is very, very good. It can help you, in quotes, kind of have time around your family, even though it's demanding. So it's possible that seafarers can, but not as fresh cadets. You need sea time, and as you gain the sea time, try to develop yourself. But where sea time do not come, that's why you have diversing opportunity. You can as well study equipment on board the vessels. These equipment are being manufactured by some persons that are not even seafarers. Being able to understand how to, for example, how to repair or carry out maintenance on the radar equipment on board a vessel is a skill. Being able to carry out radio survey is a skill. But you do not really need sea time before you can be able to harness those opportunities for yourself. So, and that's why you have to network, that's why you have to ask questions, that's why you have to get prepared for opportunities. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Aweda, and our other presenters.
Sorry, just to build on what he just said now, I want to give an example of myself. My C10 was at NIWA, Nigerian Inland Waterways Authority. I wasn't paid a dime for that 3 months, but I gave out myself that I want to have an experience. My industrial attachment for 12 months before my HND, it was with Nigerian Port Authority in Lagos. I was not paid any salary or any stipends, but I gave out myself that I want to learn. So sometimes, like what he just said, you should not go for the money sometimes. If you have an opportunity to learn, a platform to learn, that an organization is giving you a platform, do you mind joining us? You can offer yourself that, okay, I want to be a freelance. Most of the shipping agencies we have in Port Harcourt and Lagos, they used to have a department for freelance whereby if a vessel comes around, they will need an agent that will represent them on board the vessel when operation is going on so that you can be giving them updates. Such job, you can offer yourself for that. I want to be a freelance. You go on board, spend, this cut across all the department I'm talking to. You go on board as an agent representing the shipping agent, monitor the operation, the discharge operation, give record, give update. Maybe you might be on board 1 week, 2 weeks. You come back and disembark. Most times, yes, the organization must give you a stipend when you are going back on as a take-home. But don't show that is your interest. Put money aside. Most important thing, the priority is for you to have an experience. By the time you have an experience, you become a hot cake. Then you can start negotiating who you actually be. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Amale, for those nuggets of wisdom.
Thank you very much for that, your wonderful question. Yeah. The thing is with Amano is have this. Let's look at WhatsApp group. We have WhatsApp group in all the chapters, and all our members are in that WhatsApp group. So if he has a vacancy in his company, share it, that platform. And if you are looking for a job, send a CV to him. he knows that you are an cadet and from Amano, but automatically you are ahead of the competition. So it helps you and it's good for you to be part of a larger family, especially a family that are your big brothers and they have interest in your career and in your growth. There's interesting thing about Amano, yeah? So, and then you are in this same forum that have graduated Amano as a platform for you to showcase yourself and to achieve certain things that will help you grow.
Thank you very much, Captain Kajere. At this point, I will be in order. Today being the last day of the 2021 Maritime Lecture Series, to invite the Chairman, Cadets Graduation Committee 2021, to talk to us briefly in closing. Please, can we welcome Dr. Kevin O'Connor as he makes his way to the podium. We can do better than that. Keep clapping till he gets to the podium. Thank you very much.
Very much the MC for inviting me for the closing comment. I want to thank God first of all for taking us from the very first day to the last day of this lecture series. We are very grateful to Amano for keying into these lectures. It was not going to be an academic lecture session. Management considered that you are going into a very wide world. There are many maritime institutions where people are sponsored by companies, and as you would be graduating, you would be graduating to go back to the companies. Incidentally, your case is not exactly the same way. So that's why we had to bring so many people from the industry, people that you should be able to ask questions, interact with them, and actually chart your own course for success. And having participated in almost all the lectures, all the paper presentations, I believe that this was worthwhile. And I believe you have benefited quite a lot from these 3 days of lectures. So we want to thank Amano for being very active and very enthusiastic about this program. And we want to believe that someday, not when I will be here anymore, I'm sure you've heard so many times my names were mentioned during the course of the presentation. I think I will be in a museum somewhere when you will be coming back. But we thank God for what we have been able to contribute, and we feel very proud to see these returns. And we believe that the maritime industry will be better as you yourselves will be added to the resource persons in the industry. So I want to thank you all and remind you that the graduation week continues. Tomorrow, the cadets will have their party, and on Friday the 17th, the graduation week will come to an end with your formal graduation and collection of your certificates. So I want to thank every management staff that has found time to be here, the committee members, the organizing committee, you yourselves, the cadets. Thank you very much for having taken the time to be here. And we pray that God will help you to take advantage of all that you have learned. And I want to encourage you to maintain the contact with every one of those people we have brought to speak to you. Thank you and have a good afternoon. Please, the resource persons, management would want you people to go around and see We call it the Repositioned Maritime Academy of Nigeria. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kevin. That brings us to the end of 2021 graduation ceremony, graduation maritime lectures for your sets. Okay, sir.
Sorry, I just remembered that I should make this comment. Please, we are very grateful to the management of Maritime Academy of Nigeria, now led by Commodore Duja Emmanuel Efedwa, for everything he has done for the institution since he arrived here. So I want to take this opportunity as the chairman of the 2021 Cadets Graduation Organizing Committee to appreciate the Chief Executive for all the support he has given to the committee to carry out all the activities that we are getting involved in for this graduation. I just thought I should mention the name of the Chief Executive and appreciate him. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. On these notes, on my part, I would like to thank you all for listening to us. It was a great time with you guys. I want to thank all our invited guests, thank the chairman of the committee for giving us the opportunity. I want to thank the technical crew, the ICT. You've done noble. I want to thank my head of department and my colleagues in the office. You guys are wonderful. Thank you for staying with us and have a nice day. We would like to close with the pledge. Please, may we rise for the national pledge as our exit item. With all sense of patriotism and responsibility, I would like us to sing or to say the national pledge after the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend her unity, and uphold her honor and glory. So help me God. May God continue to help us as we remain united.